Hey man, welcome to the show. It is the Ace Micheals show. Anyway, man, we're today live with an actress who is a star of over 80 films. That's 20 less than 100. I did not stutter. 8D films. All right, we're going to talk about that in a second. Genoveva Rossi is with us today. Before we go into Genoveva's story, I want to share a story of a friend of mine who is involved in a relationship with a man, and this man did not tell her throughout the entire time that they've been courting that he was a porn star. And not just, in a couple of adult related, Disney films. We're talking about a real bona fide, this guy goes to work and does porn, and he's all over the internet, and so on and so forth. So she found out, and she felt betrayed. She felt like, you know what, he should have told me that he was up off into this beforehand. I have mixed feelings. Part of me says, you know what a person did before they met you, kind of not really your business. But then another part of me goes, but if it's all over the internet and your junk is hanging out, you probably want to let me know for real. What are your thoughts? You can email us. It's beyondthebuzz@yahoo.com, or you can call 702-540-3498. I'm laughing in advance because I know y'all going to send some stuff my way. Anyway, you can email us or you can call. And by the way, if you ever want to be on the show, you're more than welcome. Email us or call. We'd love to have you. Genoveva, welcome to the show, baby.
Thank you for having me. It's great being here.
So you've been in 80 films, like for real?
Well, actually, films? My IMDb is up to 91 right now, and probably would be even more than that.
What's your blood pressure? Do you know your blood pressure too?
I think it's good. It's in a good range. Yeah.
So, 80 films. You're a bona fide film star. If somebody were to ask you, what do you do for a living? I'm a film star. Like, I've been in 80 films. I'm a real bona fide actress, right?
Absolutely. I consider myself to be kind of like this indie, kind of like this horror queen, scream queen, cult film star. But it's always kind of surprising where I'm out somewhere and I actually get recognized. Which, like at the beach recently, somebody recognized me. I was at a flea market and someone recognized me. I'll be antiquing and somebody might recognize me. And I'm just kind of surprised sometimes. It's amazing.
I'm recognizing you now, actually.
Yeah.
Like as you're talking and your mannerisms, like before you weren't so animated, because you were intimidated by me.
Well, I come alive in the camera's rolling.
Yeah, the camera's rolling. Now I'm starting to. I think I have seen you in some stuff. Yeah. Were you on Orange Is New Black?
Yeah, I had a small part as a prisoner. That was pretty cool though, because you really feel like you're in prison because you show up, no makeup. Your hair is like in a little nubby thing. They take like all your clothes and jewelry, and like from underwear to socks to everything is like you're in prison. They take all your stuff away.
Wow.
You really feel like you're in prison.
Do you think about stuff like as an actor? Do you think about stuff like, oh, my character dies? Does that affect you? Do you care if your character dies?
Well, as an actor, you have to embrace the full range of human experience. And that's not always positive. Sometimes you do have to play the victim. And, people always play, everybody in their life is going to be a victim at some point or another, so you have to embrace that. So,
That is real talk. What you just said right there, oh my God.
Yeah.
Woo, that's serious business.
It's serious, yeah.
Wow.
And as an actor, you can't limit the range of your acting. Your range is the range of human experience. It's kind of no holds barred. So if it's the right part, you have to be open and you have to embrace a variety of roles. So certainly if I have to play a character that's going to die, and I have died in a few films, I'm fine with that. And if I have to play a character that kills, I'm fine with that too.
Would you rather play a character that dies or a character that kills another character? It seems like you would carry a little bit more baggage if you were the killer. That's what I think. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I've played a killer in a few movies, like this one film, Hunters. and I really enjoyed being the alpha.
She's like, 'cause some of those people had to go. I mean, that's about right. Some of those people, they had it coming.
Exactly,
So
They were
no
very
difference
rude,
either way.
so it happens.
But speaking of a variety of roles, this film that you're in town for to promote, and you are in the film festival for, is it called Attack of the Killer Chickens?
Exactly right. Attack of the Killer Chickens. Yep. I'm very excited about it. It's a short film. Yeah, and that's going to be screening Action on Film and Hollywood Dreams.
Yeah, the Hollywood Dreams Film Festival. Now, how does one? You didn't get cast, right? They just call you because they know your work and they say, "Hey, we want you to be in this. We're going to send you a script."
Well, actually, for this one, Attack of the Killer Chickens, I actually cast myself because I wrote it, I directed it, and I starred in it, and I cast the film.
Yeah.
So I was involved in this film from beginning to end. It's kind of like my little baby. It hatched from my creative mind.
Now you starred in another film that's screening here too, is it Mr. Bones?
Exactly, Mr. Bones. And that's kind of like a very different film because Attack of the Killer Chickens is like a comedy horror. Mr. Bones, I would say, is dramatic horror. I play the mother of a little girl played by Alexa Diaz, who our family is kind of under siege by this paranormal force.
And what's it like to shift gears from playing comedy to drama? I mean, is that a process? Do you need like a day in between, like where you say, okay, today I'm all comedy. There's no way I can switch to play this other character. Not today. I need a moment.
Oh no problem whatsoever. I love mixing things up and keeping it exciting and invigorating like that. So I love to go from comedy to drama to improv to theater to everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever find remnants of other characters get left under the rug? Like when you're in another character, you go, oh shoot, that's Abigail. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Cut.
No. I think I have a pretty strong separation from film to film, from role to role.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now you're in this other movie that's screening, or it's coming. I don't know if it's screening yet or what, but this is. Tell me a little bit about Death House.
Death House. Everybody's calling it the Expendables of horror because it has everybody that's anybody in the horror genre. It stars Dee Wallace, Barbara Crampton, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, Adrienne Barbeau is in it. I'm in it. Tiffany Shebas, Deborah Rashan is in it. Sid Haig. I really think, and everybody's in. Bill Moseley, Bill Oberst. Everybody that's anybody in horror. And it was written originally, and the concept was put together by Gunnar Hansen, who's the original Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Now, I'm not a big horror fan just because of the blood and guts. I can only do like so much blood and guts. But some of those names you mentioned like triggered to me. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to see them get killed one more time on screen. Like I would imagine in a horror genre, you guys mostly probably are gonna get killed, right?
Well, a little bit of both, but there's a lot more people usually get killed in a movie than go around killing people. Yeah, there's usually quite a body count.
Yeah,
in these films.
Get killed or get zombified, one or the other. But I want to see that. I don't want to see you
Exactly.
guys walking around saying lines. I want to see somebody get killed real good.
Yeah, and Death House is a really unique film. I already saw a screening of it, and I'd have to honestly say it's like no other horror film I have seen, and I'm honored to be a part of it. It's really cool.
Yeah. Now, is your main thing horror? Like, do you? I mean, obviously you've had a lot of experience with horror films, but I mean, could I catch you playing a lawyer on Law 105? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you doing different types of things, or you find yourself mostly doing the horror stuff?
I find myself mostly doing horror. I keep pretty busy with that, and it is probably my favorite genre. But I do some comedy. I do some drama. I do some theater. I was in a couple of theater productions recently. One was called Harlots and Heresy. I played Delilah of Samson Delilah, the biblical story, in that, and I was a lead. I had like 80 lines of dialogue, 3 monologues. And then I also, for Halloween, was in an Edgar Allan Poe play.
Nice.
Where I read some of his works. So I like to kind of mix things up a little bit, but I always come back to horror. It's just a fun genre.
No, yeah, and I'm going to ask you though, what is it about horror that you like so much?
Well, I was introduced to it at a young age, and I kind of just think of horror almost as like the dark side of fantasy. It's a really challenging genre to act in. Like Vincent Price used to say, the challenge of an actor in horror is to act realistically in the most unrealistic of circumstances. I would say acting in horror is more challenging than acting in a lot of other genres because it's very physical. It's got a lot of special effects. Sometimes we really only have one take to get it right. And there's a lot of pressure put upon you. And again, to act realistically and to have the audience believe that you're in this circumstance, like your whole family's just been eaten by zombies, and to make that believable is a challenge. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. Speaking of challenging situations and acting, so we opened the show with this story. You know, I get these emails from people who watch the show, and they've become friends. And this individual is in a long-term relationship with someone who didn't tell them for years that they, like, you've done 80 films. This person's probably done 80 porn films. Ooh. Right? It's like, ooh, do behave. But would you feel like somebody would need to divulge that information? Like if you and I started dating, and this is like the third date, and you spring on me that, hey, I've been in these 80 movies where I get chopped up and killed and mangled, and I kill up a bunch of people, chop up a bunch of people, I'd at least probably be curious then to probably look your resume up and see what's going on, because it's a little different than what you used to when you bring that information out. Do you think people should bring out their past? Is it necessary to talk about your past with your future people?
Well, that's tough. Well, was he actively still doing the porn? Or is it something in the past?
I would think if you do porn, do you ever stop? I don't know.
Do you ever want to stop? That's the question, really.
No.
But I guess it would. A lot of it, whether or not you would accept that in a relationship would probably depend on how good the sex is now.
Yeah, right?
Right, dude?
But that brings up a point, though. Like, you do horror movies, right? Mm-hmm. Have you had guys not want to date you because they go, oh, you're a psychopath?
I don't always like to bring it up right when I meet somebody. To be honest, like I met somebody recently that I had got on a few dates with, and the first time I met him, one of my friends wanted to bring it up, and I'm like, no. Because I'd like to meet somebody, maybe go on a couple dates before it comes up, because a lot of people will find it a little intimidating. That maybe I'm a bit of a public person, and this is what I do, and right. I don't like to intimidate people right off the bat, because I'm a really down-to-earth, genuine person, and I don't want them to feel like just because I do this thing, that's what all about. And it can be a little intimidating, not quite as intimidating as probably dating a porn star, and not quite that exciting, I guess, but it's kind of there, and I don't want anyone to feel like I have any unrealistic expectations of them or anything like that.
But speaking of being intimidating, now it's intimidating because your Attack of the Killer Chickens is nominated for Best Spoof and Best Art Direction. You've done 80 films, so surely you've been nominated before. That, to me, would be the intimidating part, is knowing that you've done all this stuff. It's kind of like if Mick Jagger was my best friend, I could never bring up anything related to music that I would expect him not to know already. He's Mick Jagger, so I can't say anything. I can't say nothing. He's Mick Jagger. So do you ever get that people might feel that way about you? Like, oh, shoot, man, she's done this. She's done so many movies. She knows movies like...
Well, I guess it's a little intimidating because I've been in over 90 films, and I really started acting professionally October 2011. So it's been a very short period of time.
A short period of a lot of work, apparently.
Yeah, compared to, I guess, a lot of other actors. But I believe the more you put into things, the more you get out.
Sure.
And, ask and you shall receive, And also, Attack of the Killer Chickens has now gone to 20 film festivals, gotten a bunch of nominations, and it is my first time directing anything. It's a short film. So that maybe is a little intimidating for a lot of people that maybe have been out there directing for a while and haven't gotten that kind of feedback. Mm-hmm. So, you put yourself out there in the universe, though, but you can't make everybody happy. You have to just kind of do your own thing. I'm all about action and a lot less about thinking. I remember I read this quote online recently. They said the key to success is to act before you're ready. And I do that, because if you wait to be ready, you may never be ready.
Right.
You gotta just do it,
And you know what? I can't really close this show on a better note than that. Now, you have more projects you want to tell us a little bit about?
Well, absolutely. Attack of the Killer Chickens, again, I wrote that, I directed that, I star in that with an amazing cast. 20 film festivals, a bunch of nominations, including the Fantastic Film Festival, including Action on Film and Hollywood Dreams. It was just at Shromedance, hosted by Lloyd Kaufman. It's been very well received, working on turning that into a feature film as well. So I'll be directing my first feature. So that's going to be super exciting. Also, look for me in Herschel Gordon Lewis's Blood Mania. A bunch of Herschel's films have been on the Turner Classic Network, and I'm honored to be in his final film before he passed away at the age of 85.
Wow.
I'm also in 100 Acres of Hell, a film directed by Jay Lee, who's a great director, and stars Gene Snitsky and Ernie O'Donnell from Clerks. So really excited about that one. Really excited about Death at a Barbecue, directed by my friend Larry Rosen, and that'll be coming out fairly soon. I'm also in The Lich, which also stars Tom Sizemore, my second film with Tom Sizemore. The first one was Black Wake, which will be coming out probably later this year as well. I'm also excited about a vampire film that I'm in, Teresa and Allison, where I too play a victim in that one. And I have some lesbian scenes, which is always fun. And a whole bunch of other films. Look for me in Mr. Bones, the short film going to a lot of film festivals right now. I've gotten some nominations in that as well. Keeping really busy. And I also want to mention I write for UKHorrorscene.com every month, a feature called A Life in Blood, Tales of a Horror Queen. It's about my life. And then I also write for The Digital Dead. Both of them are based in the United Kingdom. And I will actually be going out the weekend of October 28th to Birmingham, United Kingdom as a guest at a horror convention. So I'm really excited to be going out to the UK and meeting all the horror fans out there.
And that is what's up. And when you guys do the Google on her name, it's Genoveva, not Giovanna, not just Genoveva. And that's what's up. Hey, man, we are excited to have had you on the show today. If you're in Las Vegas today, you got one place you need to be. That is at the Palms Casino to check out it's called the Hollywood Dreams Film Festival. So make sure you check that out.
And Attack of the Killer Chicken is 8 o'clock,
8 o'clock
Theater
PM
4.
And Theater 4. We're going to be there with popcorn in our hands. And
it's a crazy movie. Enjoy it.
Attack of the Killer Chicken. It's been the Ace Michaels Show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for liking. And you know what I say at the end of every show? If you can do this, live the life you love and love the life you live. Thank you.
Beautiful.